I often get asked why I've come public with having FSHD, and I know I'm in the world of famous people, and there's lots of famous people that have this, and I find it's specifically Americans more than anybody because they're concerned about their children and their ability to get insurance, and then the publicity of health. Why is the other reason I've come forward? Because I got lucky in life. Not lucky, I mean I worked hard, but I mean I have money, so there's nothing that anyone can do, anything me coming public can affect me or my family in any kind of way. And it gives me the opportunity to, by being public, I can draw in a lot of scientists, a lot of the great people in the world that can come together and collaborate and then to find a cure for what we're doing. I probably have had it all my life because I was a competitive swimmer when I was young, and the coaches always used to yell at me when I was swimming because as I would bring my arm over in freestyle, my elbow would collapse into the water, and well, nothing I could do about that, but I mean I did pretty well in sports as I kind of grew up, and when I was 32 I recognized I couldn't swim anymore, and I went, of course I had no triceps left, but I had a sway back, and the doctor did a blood test of me and said that I have FSHD, and I went into total denial for about another 28 years. I knew things were getting worse, but there was never anything that really happened to me. But about 5 years ago, maybe when I was 62 or 63, it really came to the forefront, like, oh, something is really happening to me. Thank God I don't have any hair, because trying to wash my hair would be nearly impossible. I can kind of do this. So, yeah, I mean, there's lots of problems, but I continue to cope with it, and I keep putting glasses on lower shelves and, you know, hugging people around their waist instead of their head. You know, this is just, you know, how I cope. It's really this unknown future that kind of sits on top of my mind. 5 or 6 years from now, if nothing happens, I will definitely be in a wheelchair. And I'm one of the lucky ones. I know there's many people who are young and in wheelchairs, and I've seen them, and it's just like I really feel for them, and I feel whatever I can do for myself is going to do something for everybody. Well, I am involved in Project Mercury in a certain way. My Neil Camarada from the FSHD Society in Canada is my partner in everything. So, in every good marriage, he takes care of some things and I take care of another. Well, from a global participation point of view, I mean, a disease like this doesn't have borders. And as far as I can tell, it's not even split between ethnicities or men or women. It's like everybody has it. I think that what we're doing here in North America and what's happening in Leiden are spreading around the world, and the Japanese and Chinese are learning about it. The more people we can get ready for clinical studies, the better. You know, we've got to set up a registry. We've got to get enough people into available for clinical studies. And then, you know, maybe a little bit for how to run clinical studies. Because whatever we solve at the beginning, we're going to need more and more help on it. We're going to layer the knowledge of the first solve we have with the second one, just till we get better and better at it. On a global scale, it's the more people we can get involved in it, and the more, because you know the information is global now, then the more people will get behind it and help governments understand, and the FDA, just how important and how big the disease is. I would tell somebody who's recently diagnosed to not be in denial about what's occurring. Like, it is going to happen and you are going to decline. And so consequently thinking 5 years in the future about what is needed for yourself, how you're going to live your life. In other words, not reacting in the moment, because I think it's expensive and it's stressful. I think the story of every FSHD person is important. And I believe it is because I think there's a propensity to think we're all alone in this, and it's only me who feels like this. I think a lot of stress and depression occurs because we think we are the only ones. So I love the idea of one simple concept, to have people think of others. I think, specifically than people of FSHD. Of course, the orange slice is beautiful because it's fresh, it's acidic, it's sweet, it's a branding, it's got a color, it's got a one single simple concept. And so I think it represents something that that everyone with fascial part of their FSHD really wants to get across to people. I see people with FSHD with the face and they're not able to smile, but they're great storytellers, and I would like them to be able to tell a story and then maybe just
add your voice to a million others around the globe celebrating World FSHD Day on June 20th. Visit projectmercuryfshd.org to learn more.